you will want to turn it around. That's going to be the intro. That's scary, man. That's scary. And I'll tell you why. I will continue to give the soft mode a big fat no. This is the latest firmware that was released today. It's based on the 004. I was previously running the 003. And the 004 has some sub-versions to it. And this one was with today's date. So 0527, the 27th of May. And the soft mode behavior just continues to do the same thing and does consecutive dips that stack onto each other for infinite downward dipping action when hitting infinite bumps, like riding on grass. So it's just impossible. It's impossible. You'll end up on your toes. So going back to medium then. Cutting some grass over there, I see. Cutting some grass. Coffee time. Oops, sorry. Someone stuck his arm in the cookie jar. That's what happens when you don't wait. Fucking hilarious. Made my day, man. Stupid ass. Pretty odd behavior there in medium mode, as I was reaching some potato speed. Like as soon as I switched to the medium mode, I did feel some kind of overcorrecting, which means that as I'm pushing forward, it's sort of like pushing into me, and that seemed to increase as I was reaching a higher speed. It is on medium. Hard to tell though with the GoPro and the cup of coffee. Since medium mode does have assist in yielding as you accelerate, it does have it here, but it feels different. And this is a very let's talk about the truck in the room, okay? Let's talk about the truck in the room. But first, thank you, darling. amazing. Trucks are not graceful creatures. They're strong, but they're clumsy. They're slow to get going. They have a lot of torque. They have a lot of battery. So, you know, when I wake up in the morning, after asking myself if life is worth living or if I should blast myself, then I make the next decision, and that is, do I take the EXN or the EX30? And there's something about this new EXN, and I opened it last night, and it has the newer LG M50 LT batteries. And they're from September 2022, so this is like as new as batch EXN as you can get, because now it's discontinued. But there's something about the range, man. There's something about the range. And my old EXN, it had the M50T, the burning packs, you know. But there's just something about the range on this new EXN. I'm sure I went riding with Elias, and he's riding the S22, and I was riding the EXN, and I was riding faster than him most of the time. But I just have this, and I did have more battery than him, you know, and we were ripping. But I just have this memory, this fond memory of me having more battery. And then on this one, I just have like a ridiculous amount of battery. And then you're like, why? Why? And then I installed the dynamic tiltback firmware on this, and I never reached the beeps, man. I never reached the beeps. I'm hanging on for my life, trying to hit 50 miles an hour, you know, with 13% speed correction. Not happening. Not touching the beeps, man. Not touching the beeps. It's crazy. Like maybe when I'm down to 40% battery or something like that, you know, that at half battery, Elias was on this, you know, he hit like the wheel was showing 45 miles an hour. It wasn't beeping, he was just like ripping. I was like, how was it? And then he just imitated the tire noise. He just looked at me and went, wee, you know. He's like, can I get on this or can I blast? And I said, well, you can try, you know. He was gonna accelerate, and he got out of sync with the wheel. So when he went to accelerate, he like basically started falling off the front of the wheel because of the response time and the mass. Well, the response time is instant, but don't expect, you know, the mass of 100 pounds to instantly follow your forward lean. Then you are going to have to start thinking about having a few degrees of downward tilt on this wheel. And then we can say good luck to braking, you know. I value those equally, acceleration and braking, with bias towards braking. So I have some actual mixed feelings about this EX30, and I'm thinking, you know, maybe I should have gotten the Sherman S, because it's like it's a good. The Sherman S is a good all-round wheel, and I bet the Commander Pro as well. And if people are saying that the Commander Pro is stronger than the Sherman S, or that the EX30 is stronger than the Sherman S, well, funny story. You know, the Sherman S has wide enough magnets to not be a C30, and also it has a crazy high phase board limitation on the motherboard, which allows for quite a lot of juice and quite a lot of snap. So between the Sherman S and the EX30,
the Sherman S actually wins in the pulling contest. But then that's a different story if you're gonna be doing 40 miles an hour maybe and gonna push into it. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. I won't say that I have been smoking Sherman S users where I've been obliterating them. And I can lean into hell on this wheel and beyond. Because I have had the dynamic tiltback, and I knew that the dynamic tiltback would be there to save me, but I just couldn't reach it, man. I couldn't reach it. I couldn't reach the 80% PWM. Pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. The seat is great. The lights, you know, a man complained, an old fella started complaining that he was getting blinded. And I was stopped. The light is brighter when you're riding. I was stopped. And he said that the light was very blinding. And I said, well, considering you're walking out in the dark, dressed in gray and black, I think a thank you is in order. You should thank me, I told him. So I told him, you're welcome, you're welcome. Since you're handing over all the responsibility to me, whether you will be seen or not in the dark, then that burden requires me to have powerful lights. And then we were looking at the lights, me and Elias and his brother Marcus, and I was riding, and we were just like blinding each other. But you can just, there it is. Just loosen that screw and the one on the other side and tilt it down a bit so that you can get a good look at the ground a couple of feet in front of you, so you don't run over any ants. But then we go back to the handling of this wheel, you know, because of the lower battery cases. And then the handling is just great, you know, because it's not a stupid top-heavy wheel. Like, have you seen the Extreme? They're building up, man. They're building up. It's New York. We're building up to the sky. Just building up and up and up. It looks ridiculous. And with a 13 centimeter travel, it's building up. The Sherman S feels really weird for me to ride on. Something funky about the pedal mode. The Kanda, something sketchy about it. The CST on this is really good. The CST on this flat rim is really, really good. And it would be interesting to try other pads, because I can't say that I can confidently jump this wheel with this config because it's too heavy. So I would need like a bit of a better lock. The spikes on these pedals, even though there aren't many spikes, they're aggressive enough. So it's definitely a dream to ride, and it stays very cool, and there's no fan. It's just like super quiet. It's really, really quiet, and the motherboard is really nicely protected up here. So, you know, riding in the rain. Sealed bearings. So like one of the most sealed bearings out there. Tiny, tiny, tiny space in between. You know, like the smallest space they can make. And now with this firmware update, now when I stop, the light won't just be blue. It will flash through colors. So if I change to hard mode, I love how a darkness bot, I changed to hard mode, it still says that it's in medium mode. So you have to confirm on the screen. Now it changed to a 3, so now it will be in hard mode. I can imagine it will overcorrect even more at this point. And then there's different shoes, and there's this and that. I was wearing like some smaller shoes the other day when I was riding to work, and I thought that there was something wrong with the suspension because my feet were flying all over the place. But my feet were flying all over the place because they weren't properly in the footlock and so on. So, you know, you get some float. And then I pumped up the suspension, and I looked at the suspension. It had not leaked air. And I looked at the tire, and it had not leaked air. And I look at the battery, and I charge the wheel, and then when I charge the wheel and I leave it there for 48 hours and I look at it and it's gone down half a volt, so there's no vampire discharge either. Like, everything works. And people getting oscillations that start at 50 miles. Get off your high horse, man. People getting oscillations that start at 50 miles an hour, in some cases lower or something like that, and then some guy on Facebook saying that there's something wrong with the wheel because when he rides it oscillates side to side. It oscillates side to side. XOXO, the narcissist. It's you that does the side to side. There's nothing that's doing side to side. Well, maybe the tire, maybe my Nikola motor. Let's go play around with this hard mode, man.
So the suspension still has been leaking some oil, you know, not aggressively. But it works nicely, you know, riding on grass and comparing this and the S22 with upgraded sliders, you know, the IKEA slider system. Then the S22 like really does it seamlessly, you know. You can just like ride on the grass and won't feel it. This hard mode felt nice. It feels super predictable. It feels like it overcorrects less than the previous, but it's hard to tell what they're doing with these 004 and potato versions and so on, because they're making sub versions of the 004. Like they did one that was called Ming that they posted a few days ago, and then some people were trying it and blah 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 and commenting and so on. We don't know what they're doing, but we sort of know that they're trying to fix this oscillation problem. And I didn't have that oscillation problem even in the custom firmware. So the custom firmware that I've been using is the CF, the 003 one, which is actually the only one that's available, I believe, which is from February. I haven't had any problems, but I just wanted to see if there would be a working soft mode, because I can find, I wouldn't mind having 3 usable modes and me choosing, because I just don't see soft mode as being a usable mode. Even, you know, I'm not saying that I'm going to ride on grass all the time, you know, and live my life on grass, but riding on asphalt, even if you hit bumps in sequence, man, they can be really disconcerting. So it's quite pleasing though. Quite pleasing. It's like a little zippy-doo. Little zippy-doo rocket. Would be nice to get my fairings, Grizzla. But yeah, love takes time. And then mount the fairings and try putting the Clark biopads. Oh yeah, now I remember why I don't ride the hard mode. Braking. Braking bad. What did you order? And another thing, when riding, is that if I straight line ride, like on medium mode for instance, and wind will catch me, then it will just start to push me off into the sunset. But I have made a rule now to always have some kind of left to right flow, no matter how small. But when going fast, to always have some kind of left to right flow. If you're having some kind of left to right flow, which means basically that you're carving, like this is flow, carve, tiny, tiny, tiny bit. This will save you from that terrible phenomenon, getting sucked off to the side. Good practice. Stupid as hell. It beeped at 100% PWM. That's some over-reporting. That's where it beeped. Really, what a joke. A little bit over 100. Well, let's take it to the top then. 95.6 kilometers an hour. Beep. 100% PWM. Screenshot. And max there was 111, and who knows what values can be displayed beyond that. I think I've seen 120 or some ridiculous stuff on some wheels. 105.5 with 13% correction at 131 volts. Just flatlined there around 110 PWM. I am not a huge fan of inaccurate numbers, but that was quite an elevation in the tire. It's just my 80% PWM alarm going off on darkness spot, because that's where I had it set before when there was accurate reporting. Let's go back to medium and see if after being on hard, have to like press it twice and confirm. Life ain't easy, man. No, it was just me. Medium seems decent. So, in other words, no changes, basically. So I'll simply go back to the custom firmware, because this one is just pointless. It just gives me inaccurate numbers when it comes to PWM. Not that it matters. I've been monitoring the PWM and it matches like 1 to 1 in kilometers an hour.
at higher speeds. So at upper battery, I will typically get, you know, if the wheel is reporting 70 kilometers an hour with minus 13% correction, then I will typically be at 70% PWM. So, you know, for me that's good, although I have done some pretty decent racing on the EXN at a little over 80% PWM. But now my EXN firmware is stuck on the 75% mode and not the 80, with the smaller tire and so on, so it's a bit slower. It feels like a slow, low range wheel. So there you go. The EX30 is a very particular wheel. It takes some practice, and I think since I've been riding a lot for many years and a lot of wheels, it's like such a big adjustment, you know. But when I do ride it, you know, 2,268 fake kilometers so far, I enjoy the hell out of it every time, you know. And take it to bike parks and jump it a bit here and there, and pray that oil doesn't start spraying all over the place. I got some oil that dripped down on the shock, and then dirt gets sprayed up there and turned into a nice soup. So I guess I'll clean that and take it off. The guys are gonna go riding in an hour. Then I got laundry. Decisions. Charming. Just do it, man. Just do it. What's your name again? William. All right, so we got William. Look at this. We got Fredde here on the EXN. He was having a small amount of fun. We got Ali on the Sherman S. He was having no fun at all. He's having no fun at all on his S22. Even with the Pro motor, he's having no fun at all. I'm having zero fun on the EX30. And this guy's just carving like a lollipop, leaning left and right, you know. And he was like the only guy of all of us who was actually having fun. The rest of us are riding motorcycles. He's riding an electric unicycle. Yeah. But for his next trick, I predict he will fall off the front. But yeah, let's see. Padless boy wonder.
I suggest not going down.
Don't listen to Ali.
First time.
Don't listen to Ali. Don't listen to anything Ali says.
No one remembers the chicken.
Exactly, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Well, he's stuck here. Let's go, guys. We'll leave him in the bowl.
Really good.
Woohoo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's scary because of the transition. The transition going up and then down again will sort of throw you off. So you'll have a better time coming out here or where Ronnie is. Oh man, skills, nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's good. First time. You really does it good.
Yeah. So Ali, are you gonna try to have some fun today?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Even the big wheel guys can have fun. I mean, girls just want to have fun. Why can't we?
Exactly.
But I know why we can't. It's because we can't go to nightclubs and spread our. Oh yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All the power. All the power, man. Oh yeah.
Jump.
You shouldn't jump.
No.
So now we've come to this.
Yeah.
After you repairing your suspension time and time again because it leaked oil from you doing a super jump from hell.
Yep.
And now you're on a suspension wheel and you're saying, I shouldn't jump.
No.
I shouldn't jump.
And I do it.
And you do it, man. We can't stop. There's no stopping us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some oil leakage. But you got a new suspension coming in, right?
Yep.
Cool.
In 1 month.
In a month. Okay, well, you'll survive.
I hope.
And this one.
I hope.
Yeah, yeah. You've put a lot of work into it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, in there.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's not easy, man. Yeah, I guess I'll bring the truck.
Oh, that's the rebound.
Oh shit. It's got too much torque, man. It's got too much torque. I was at the bike park with Elias,
Yeah.
and he was on a standard S22,
Yeah.
right? And when he was going up those slopes, you had to really do everything so smoothly to not overpower the motor and get air. And then I said, try on this. And this one just has torque all the time, so he was flying, you know. And then learning to fly on this, then he was able to learn to do the S22. But otherwise, you know, it would be very interesting with the Pro. Because that motor won't quit when you're going up these slopes and trying to accelerate up them. You know, you just hear the S22 dying.
Yeah.
But this transition was too sharp for the for this.
Close to the edge.
Yeah.
I told him about the angles as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It
Tell
was
him about
close call.
that. Yeah, I saw.
And we can't blame it on him being too young.
No. How old is he?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, not old enough yet. He's a believer still. He believes in life. They got some tape rubbing. Got something rubbing.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. A little leaf, man. I was like making motor sounds. These kids making motor sounds on their wheels. Smooth. Carlberg's castle. Can't even take a clip of a castle without a unicycle ripping through, man. Ah, terrible place, man. Terrible place. Some people are louder than others. Look at this gravel ripping. So I put the foot locks all the way to the front so you can find your feet. The brakes will be a bit aggressive, but yeah, that's where you want to be. Yep.
More to the front.
No, you're good. Don't drop it in the water, man.
Okay.
There we go. That was a good tilt back there. Look at him go, man. Of course, we're gonna get some nice high-speed wind to throw him around. He's gonna turn. He's gonna turn. Wait for it. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go, man. And the timing right next to a guy. Right next to a guy running. Look at him go, man. Yeah. There we go. Like a 5-year-old. Yeah. His situational awareness is he's a bit busy trying to survive on the wheels. So it's almost killed the guy running. Look at him go. Look at him go, man.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
It is really fucking heavy.
Yeah, takes a bit of getting used to, but keep going. Keep going, man. Maybe you're gonna test the repair job on the suspension of yours. Say, oh man, I got the suspension wheel, man. I have no choice.
Look, I take the bus from here.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Almost fell off the side. Let's see. Yeah. We will learn the difference between squatting and leaning back. Squatting is not a slow down mechanism, it's a go down mechanism, but leaning back into a squat. Suspension made me do it. The suspension made me do it. The devil made me do it, man. Look at him go. Look at him go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, he's starting to get it. I can see that, man.
Famous last words.
I can see that. Yeah.
Haven't you put it higher?
Let's see yours, Ali. Why?
What?
Why?
This is mine.
This
is
Ah.
we switched. Just to
Okay. Why is yours so stiff?
Much stiffer.
because of the broken suspension.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aha.
It's inside as well.
Okay.
It's rubbed against the wall.
Ah,
inside
okay.
too much. Yeah.
Let's see what he's achieved so far. He's looking pretty home here. He's a good carver. He's a good McCarver. Look at him go. Look at him go. Yeah. Looking good, man. Looking good. Now he needs to try a Sherman.
It's even hard to brake, I think.
Takes some practice. Take some practice. Yeah.
It feels much lighter, just like this. How much is it?
It only weighs a few pounds less.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just different tuning in the motor.
Yeah.
The tire is going to behave a lot differently also. So, and the pedals are a bit higher and the center of gravity, blah, blah, blah. You'll figure it out. Take it easy, start from scratch and build your way up, you know, like you did on mine. It's pleasantly tuned, the Sherman S, in its assist and so on. And if you don't want that much assist and you want a more predictable behavior, then you can just switch to hard mode. And hard mode is super predictable and doesn't overcorrect. It requires a bit more fine control riding the Sherman S compared to the EX30. The EX30 is... Actually, get on my EX30.
Yeah.
Get on. Let's see what your boots have to say about my footlocks though. But I think you'll be fine.
Makes sense.
You should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's on medium mode.
Medium?
Yeah. It'll turn a bit differently, but you know, you'll... Yeah. I have some more air in the suspension since I was doing some jumpies the other day. Off it goes ripping, man. You can hear the tire screaming. Yeah, so I can see him doing some foot to foot there, leaning in there. Oh, this isn't gonna end well. Yeah, one guy ripping, the other guy carving. Not a good combo. Truck life, I can hear it screaming. Whee! Yeah, yeah. You got some good speed out of it. That's good.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suspension is good now.
Yeah. You become a suspension expert now after all the dismantling, man. But you did really good.
Now how it feels like.
Impressive, yeah. Impressive work. Crazy. Look at him, man. Look at him. Oh yeah.
I think I prefer this one over
Yep.
the EX30.
Yeah, and the Sherman S is the one that I also recommend for most people because it's a very good all-round wheel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's heavy compared to
Yours.
Yeah.
Right.
Get on yours now. Get on yours.
You can't.
Yeah.
If I get an upgrade, I think I want to be somewhere in between.
Here's the in-between. The EXM. Ask Fredde.
May I, brother? Yeah.
May I have this dance? You will want to turn it around. That's going to be the intro.
Good.
Some oddly placed foot locks, Fredde. Can't use them as heel locks. Now it's going to be the CST on the narrow rim, man. That thing's going to flop to the side. Oh, he's doing good. He's doing good. Yeah. Good wheel. EXN good. Oh yeah.
Are they really important? I think this one is easier to turn than do it like quick turns.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Short turns.
Yeah.
I think it's the tire.
It's a tire, yeah. They're different. They're different. Takes some getting used to.
Exactly. That's the same tire as.
Yeah, it's the same tire, but on a different rim, so it behaves differently.
Okay.
It feels like it falls to the side. Try the EXN and try to do a small turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, try. You'll see. You'll faint.
Can I try? Yeah. You want to try this? No.
Yeah, the weight of it is much better. I think.
Yeah.
But the feeling, it felt better, like how it falls when you turn and stuff with the heavier wheels.
Oh yeah. But that's this tire in particular on this wheel. So this model doesn't come with this tire anymore. It comes with another tire. So I have this one with the new tire, and it's very, very nicely feeling. I have the EXN as well. Yeah. That's wheel life, you know. Wheel life. Gotta catch them all. I just want to see him do this turn. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's really something to get on a different wheel, and especially a smaller wheel.
It is. They're almost good.
Let's see. That really tilts back when braking though. Jesus. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Do it again. Let me see. Do it again, man. Do it again. Look at this. Yeah, scary, man. It's scary.
It's really dipping forward, I think, when you turn.
Yeah. It's the firmware. The newer firmware version doesn't do that. But yeah.
That was weird.
It's very weird. Now you couldn't turn. Now you couldn't turn. Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dual sport and street tires. Oh man, scrape the pedals. Yeah. Whee! Now you've become a dancer. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, everyone is saying overlean. Exactly. Now everyone is saying overlean.
Right? No.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Oh boy. Yeah. There are no light wheels these days, you know. You can't go around buying light wheels. If you go around buying light wheels, you'll end up with an M10-4. He's had the V10 for 6 weeks and he's outgrown it, right? And then he wants the next wheel that he can outgrow by getting a V12 or something like that, you know.
So natural process.
Exactly. In the end, you'll just get used to whatever you ride. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. It's like I'm really high up on this wheel.
Feels very high up on the princess wheel. Yeah, the Masterman. Yeah. Have to go home and do laundry. The clothes wash themselves though, so I'll wash myself in the meantime. Oh damn! Someone put a tire on this. Someone put my EX30 on this. Oh damn, that was heavy! Shit. Okay, I guess I'm deadlifting today for real. Damn. Damn, son. Oh boy. That was heavy. And now it's gonna be heavier. Oh yeah. Am I gonna eat this tire? Almost. Damn, son. Damn. That was something. I just came here to fool around, man. Don't ruin this for me. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, tornado. Windy. Max and I switched wheels, so I was on the Sherman S a bit and he was on the EX30. He doesn't really like my config, you know, with the pads and such. I've compromised with the position. Shut up, man. The Sherman S felt fine, you know. I don't like the firmware in medium mode. Feels like I'm gonna fall off the wheel. I don't like the high center of gravity, the high feeling in general. So I was super happy to get back on the EX30. We learn appreciation. It's just because the Sherman S is a bit of a smaller feeling wheel, right? Just like the V10 is a small feeling wheel. And it's like, that looks like fun, you know, carving at 10 miles an hour. You can't carve these big wheels at 10 miles an hour the same way. But boy, oh boy, can you carve them at 30 and up. I even had trouble like slow speed carving the nick. I had to like get up to a certain speed, and as I would carve on the nick or the EXN, I would start going faster and faster because I like to push, 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 pedal, pedal, toe. So in the end, we found out you'll get used to whatever you ride. Like people get used to the Mass Control. That's cool. Or the people that were fooling around making that Pro 4800 watt. done with the laundry. I doubt bearings will change anything when it comes to that. The Sherman S will be the worst when it comes to wind because it's top heavy. So it just amplifies.